Have you ever wondered what happens when a nation turns against itself? When its very fabric is torn in two, and the threads of unity are severed by the sharp blade of civil dissent? This is the story of the English Civil War, a time when brother fought against brother, and the very future of a nation hung in the balance. Our journey begins in the year 1642. Unrest had been brewing for many years, with King Charles I's autocratic rule causing deep divisions within the nation. The king's refusal to compromise with Parliament led to a profound constitutional crisis, ultimately culminating in the outbreak of civil war. The country was divided into two factions: the Royalists, loyal to the king, and the Parliamentarians, who sought to limit the king's power. The Royalists, also known as the Cavaliers, were typically wealthy landowners and nobility, while the Parliamentarians, or Roundheads, were largely composed of townspeople, merchants, and the middle class. The first major battle took place at Edgehill in October of 1642. It was a bloody affair, with both sides suffering heavy casualties, yet neither could claim a decisive victory. This set the tone for the early years of the war, a grim stalemate where neither side could gain the upper hand. However, the tide began to turn in 1644 with the formation of the New Model Army. This was a professional fighting force, the likes of which England had never seen before. Led by Sir Thomas Fairfax and his deputy, a certain Oliver Cromwell, the New Model Army began to tip the balance in favor of the Parliamentarians. The pivotal Battle of Naseby in June 1645 saw the New Model Army secure a decisive victory over the Royalists. King Charles was captured, marking the end of the first phase of the war. Yet, despite his capture, the war was far from over. The second phase of the war began in 1648, with a series of Royalist uprisings known as the Second Civil War. However, these uprisings were swiftly crushed by the Parliamentarians, and King Charles was put on trial for high treason. In a shocking turn of events, King Charles I was found guilty and executed in January 1649, marking the end of the monarchy and the beginning of the Commonwealth period, with Oliver Cromwell at its helm. To summarize, the English Civil War was a tumultuous period in British history, marked by profound political, social, and constitutional changes. It began with a deep-seated conflict between the monarchy and Parliament, leading to a brutal war that divided the nation into the Royalists and the Parliamentarians. The war saw several key events, including the Battle of Edgehill, the formation of the New Model Army, the decisive Battle of Naseby, and the shocking execution of King Charles I. It was a war that changed the face of England forever, a brutal reminder of the devastating cost of civil conflict and the unyielding power of political ideals. And though the scars of this war have long since healed, the echoes of its battles still resonate in the annals of English history.